With PSA 9 increasing their prices to get the card grading, albeit a slight increase now charging you $21.99, we're starting to see a little bit of that cracking where the PSA 9 pricing and that raw card pricing are actually starting to go in separate directions, which is a good thing. However, we still have great examples of cards with the PSA 9 and that raw card pricing being virtually the same thing. And in this video, I have 7 more examples of cards that I just think you should just go out and buy already slabbed up. And all 7 of these cards and all of the examples have 2 things going for them. Number 1, they have amazing collector appeal. So if you're someone who likes collecting of these cards, these cards in this list are definitely going to appeal to you. And number 2, they also have great potential to only go up in value. So before we head into this list, before we get into this video, if you guys are doing me the really big favor right now, please hit the like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget also that notification bell so you guys never miss when I drop a video. And comment down below if you guys are just as excited as I am for PSA 9s and stuff like that, or if you're someone who just prefers PSA 10s. Love to have a discussion about all that. And also too, do you guys also just prefer PSA, or do you prefer Tag, Beckett? Would you guys like to see examples of Tag and Beckett in these videos? If so, just comment down below. Love to hear from some of you guys. With that being said, let's go head over to TCG Player and eBay and get into my list. All right, we're about to get into the list. Like I said, I got 7 examples. Again, these are all cards that you'll see in this video. They're all very similar, right? The raw card pricing and that PSA 9 are virtually the same thing, which always begs the question, why run out and spend all this money buying all these raw cards, sending them off the PSA now that they're increasing their prices too, by the way, and then wait for all that turnaround time, probably only getting back a 9. Now, if you're someone who just chases the 10s and you have a very good eye, this video probably not for you. But if you're someone who's like, man, I've tried my luck, haven't had much luck with the PSAs or Beckett's or Tags or anything else like that, what are some good buys that I can just buy the card slabbed up and have good collector appeal and ROI in the future? These are all cards that are going to definitely scratch that itch. Starting things off, we have Zoroark EX. 2 things again, right? Collecting appeal and also long-term investment. Where do I get that information from? Well, if you just look at from when this card first launched, this card, when it first launched, was $105 just 6 months ago back in April, and today it's $59.96. I mean, I think this card is still going to have a little bit of a dip, but how much more is it going to really dip? Will this card hit like a $30, $40 card? I don't think so. I think this is going to hover right around that $50, $60 range. If it goes anything below that, I would be shocked, to be honest with you. This is also from a newer set too, Journey Together. Remember the hype that was around Journey Together? There was so much hype. So let's over to eBay and see what's being sold for PSA 9s, and you will see very comparable, right? Today, $59.30, PSA 9's going for exactly that. Literally $59, $59, $60, $59, and we're talking free shipping. How about this one? $50 plus $8 shipping, $55 plus $5, $55 plus $4. You know what I mean? Like, really, really, really good deals for this card. Again, it wasn't that long ago that this card was one of the top chasing cards. It still pretty much is a top 10 card in the set. Definitely a top 5, I believe, still. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th best card in the set. So again, you can easily spend yourself $59 and then spend another 20 on top of that and get this card graded if you're chasing that 10. But if you're someone who just wants that collecting appeal and possible ROI in the late future, this card is definitely going to check both those boxes without a doubt. Next one also comes from courtesy of Journey Together. It's Iono's Bellibolt, another top card in the set. And we had the same kind of, thing for this card too. 6 months ago, back in April, it was an $86 card. 64 of them sold. If you take a look at today, it's now only down to $52.89, 39% decrease. I do think this card will hover around that $40, $50 range. I don't see it going below that. I don't think it's going to dip below 30, like 35 or even below 30. I'd be very shocked if it does that. And again, PSA 9s, what are they going for? Well, virtually the same price, 53, 51, 55, 52, 44, 56, 67, 44, and 55. Also, too, if you're someone who does not care about Japanese or English, I may start doing this in the videos, too. I may start throwing in Japanese 9s and Japanese 10s as well, because they are very, 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 very affordable. So if you're someone who does not care whether it's in English or in Japanese, then you are definitely in luck. And I may start adding that in these videos as well, the Japanese 9s and 10s as well, because they are very, very affordable. Maybe I'll just do Japanese 10s and just go from there, because they are very affordable. PSA 9 and Japanese 10 are virtually the same price from English to Japanese. It's very incredible. So again, Iono's Bellibolt, $50. PSA 9, $53, $51. And again, just very, very comparable from a fairly new set, right? It just wasn't that long ago Journey Together came out, and it wasn't that long ago the amount of hype that was around this set. The next 3 cards are all from 151, and they're all that middle stage evolution. I am shocked that the middle stage evolution isn't more expensive. That's probably because it probably is like the middle child, right? It's kind of forgotten about. You have your first stage and your final stage, which is the ones that everybody wants, right? There's not a lot of love for the Ivysaurs, Wartortle, and Charmeleons. Well, that's good news if you're a collector, because Ivysaur right here from 151, you can see is going for $32.89. I do expect that price to continue to go up. You can see it's 31% increasing currently. I do expect this card also to this artist. Check him out as well. A lot of artwork has been done, a lot of famous artwork done from this artist right here. Again, so we got $32 Ivysaur, 151 PSA 9 Ivysaur. You can see that's Japanese, 24, but in English 36, 39, 37, 40, 27 is the Japanese. Yeah, Japanese. You can see, yeah, speaking of Japanese, right? So you get a kind of glimpse here of what I'm talking about earlier. Very, very affordable. But English 39, 40. So we're looking at right at that $40. So for $8 more, you can just go buy a PSA 9 in Ivysaur. Next one, Wartortle from 151. Again, I think this is my favorite artwork of all stages. I think probably, actually no, Venusaur is my favorite. I think Wartortle will be my second favorite of all 9 of the stages of evolutions and the cards are made. I gotta be honest too, the Charmeleons and the Charizard, I'm not as high on them as I think as far as just artwork goes. Artwork, I think it was pretty bad. But anyways, getting off there on a little side tangent. Wartortle, $32, same price as Ivysaur. You can see 37% increase. PSA 9s, what are we looking at? Well, 49, 45, 39, 40, 40, 53. So we're seeing a little bit of a different market here, actually. We're seeing about $10 to $15 or below, you'll still be able to get this Wartortle, which is still cheaper than what it's going to cost you to buy the card and send it outright. It's pretty much just cheaper just to get the card graded. So if you just have this, happen to have this card in your collection, this is a different company, not even PSA. So if you have this card like in your collection and you were just like, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna test my luck out. Looks pretty clean, looks pretty good. Possible 10, most likely a 9. You know, you have to ask yourself, like, is it worth it, or should I just go buy the card as a PSA 9? That's just me. Next up, of course, continuing on with the theme here, we got Charmeleon. Again, artwork, very mid. Even the Charizard, I'm not a big fan of the Charizard. Sound off in the comment section if you guys like it or don't like it. But yeah, Charizard, $40 for this card. Or Charmeleon, $40. 151, middle stage evolution again. Go over to PSA 9 on eBay, and you will see pretty big, pretty decent discrepancy, right? $40 raw. PSA 9s, about $50 to $60. So we got 50 here, 60 here, 45 here, another 60 there, 46 here, 53, 55, 50. So I show all 3 of these cards too to just kind of tell you guys, like, listen, collectors love completing sets. If you want a PSA 9s in every stage of those evolution, that set right there of the Bulbasaur, the Squirtle, and the Charmanders. If you had all 3 of all stages of evolution PSA 9s, 9 total cards already graded up, promise you in the next 5-10 years, that collection right there will be worth a ton of money, be worth way more than what you originally spent. I'm telling you guys, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to collecting appeal. Check that box. When we're talking about ROI, so if you ever want to maybe like you turn around and you're like, hey, you know what, at the time I bought this, it was really, really nice. I like this set, but you know what, there's some better cards coming out, right? We just have a new one from the Mega Evolution, right? The Bulbasaurs, the Ivysaurs, and the Mega Evolution Venusaurs. It's a pretty good collection. It's a brand new one, so maybe you're high on that one. Collectors love completing sets. Anytime you see stuff like that, go out, buy it, wait 10 years, 5 years. That set will be worth way more than what you originally spent. Promise you. Next up on the list, this is just a fun little budget card that I found too. This is Magby, Paradox Rix. I love baby evolution, so Magby, Riolo, Cleffa. Love all of those. I wish they would make more of these baby evolutions. I wish they would do like a Pichu. I think they do have one, but I don't think they have it in this type of version of the illustration rare or from very recent sets. Definitely probably look older ones, but yeah, very high on the baby evolutions. I think, again, it's collecting appeal, definitely. Return, ROI, possible potential investment, not really going to say that as much, but definitely for the collectors out there like myself, I love these type of cards. So raw card pricing, $12. PSA 9, I mean, right there, right? $20, $9, $17, $19, so just $15. $18 free shipping. So just a few bucks more, you can just get yourself this card and a PSA 9. Now, the other thing that people will also tell you too is like, go PSA 9s, who cares about them? I mean, I'm telling you guys, I think PSA 9s right now, it's very rare to see this, that a raw card and a PSA 9 is virtually the same price. That's rare. This is a new thing, by the way, the last couple of years. And that's probably because, if I check the population reports on these cards, probably anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 plus. And that's fine. At some point, this is going to change. I promise you. At some point, this will all change. You will see the widening of the gap. Now, will it be drastic? Will it be like 10 times worth more? No, but it'll be worth that $30, $40, $50 more for sure. I do think so. And the last card on the list is a fun one. This is a Roaring Moon EX, one of the top cards from Paradox Rift, a set that I'm definitely high on. Raw card pricing, $44.85. PSA 9s, 60, 41, 44, 67, 50, 57, 56. So anywhere from as low as $41, anywhere as high as 60 bucks. Raw, 44, so add another $21 to that. You're looking at 65 bucks. Well, you can spend that $65 and wait all that time and possibly get back a 9, maybe even get a 10, who knows? Or you can go directly to the source and buy yourself a PSA 9 for virtually the same price for that card. Pretty good deal in my opinion. That is it for all the cards on this list. Let me know what you guys think about the current list, and let me know if you guys want to see maybe some Japanese cards thrown into these type of videos, or if you guys also, instead of just seeing just PSA, would you guys like to see some tags or Beckett? I have looked at tags to see if there's any like data on this and checking like recent sold items from eBay. There's not a lot because Tag is still a fairly new company, but if you guys want to at least see that, I will do my best to at least find some of that stuff. Let me know in the comment section. Excuse me, can't speak. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.